Hi, I'm Krishanti, joint founder of Rocco's.
Hi, I'm Judy from Rocco's. I'm the co-founder of Rocco's.
We originally started with only pizzas because that's what we were interested in finding in Colombo. But we have now evolved into a fully fledged restaurant.
We've been in operation for the last 11 years and counting. It's been a wonderful journey with lots of ups and downs.
Judy and I do the best we can to give you the best quality food.
It's been a fun ride with my co-business partner Krishanti, and hoping to see you guys at Rocco's soon.
From the Cubicle.
What made you get into hospitality?
Well, I think Judy and I are very much into food, and it's something that came out of our food adventures, I think. We went around looking for Italian food that we really enjoyed, didn't find anything in Colombo, and eventually the planets aligned and we started to do it ourselves.
Okay, so I think we are great foodies, and we didn't find what we liked, and we wanted to do our spin on things. Hence, that was the journey that started it all.
What was your first big breakthrough in the Colombo restaurant scene?
I would say first of all was making the leap to starting the restaurant at home. We just did it as a pilot project, and after 1.5 years we had so many loyal customers who were wanting us to start a restaurant, and right on time a building came available in the same area of Narvala. And again, I think we were just really lucky. Everything seemed to fall in place as and when we needed it to.
I'd say, yeah, it's in the similar sort of lines, and the breakthrough would be getting things sorted out within a period of like 2 months, and getting our first customers through the door within a month. It was an exciting process.
What makes your establishment unique?
I think the fact that we give such personalized service. In the early years, we were present throughout the restaurant hours, and a lot of our customers have known us for the last 11 years. They know us by name. Even the children who come in through the doors, we're their aunties because they've grown up with coming into the restaurant and seeing us there all the time. From those early days even to now, we're present at the restaurant 5 days of the week, and we know our own customers, we know them by name. Some of them have even become friends. So I think that's the fact that we give a lot of personalized service to them.
Being around most of the time, knowing our customers who walk in through the door all the time, customers who've been with us for 11 years, and I'd say we work the floor, we work the phones, we would get in the kitchen, do everything with the staff. I'd say that's something unique.
What do you enjoy the most about being in the restaurant business?
It's really exciting. There's a buzz. You meet new people all the time. And it's very, very rewarding to know that what we put into it in terms of quality and the service that our staff give, it's absolutely rewarding to know that the customers appreciate it. And obviously everything can't go right every day, we're human, we make mistakes, things go wrong in the kitchen, but we're on hand to solve those problems. So it's nice to know if something goes wrong, we can solve it, and most of the time the customer goes home happy, and that's very rewarding at the end of the day.
Yeah, that would be, to know the customer and their needs, having customers come talk to us and being around basically for their needs. I'd say that would be it.
How do you handle stress?
Handle stress. I think I'm a very calm person. I tend to not get too bothered with any situation. I try to, that's just who I am. It takes a lot to really get me angry or upset or bothered. I just look at a situation calmly, see how it can be solved the best way. And I think that is a help to the staff as well. Sometimes, it does get to me, but very, very rarely. I seem to be able to handle most things. Just very cut and dry. I can handle it very carefully. I think I'm a very lucky person that way.
I think I look at it in a different angle because I handle operations, so it kind of gets to you all the time. There is something or the other, but Krishanti and I talk about it, and so she handles it much better than I would, I'd say. I go with the flow, talk to the managers and see if we can sort it out and take it from there.
From the Cubicle.
Adversity and tough times through COVID.
I think you have to, we've gone through a lot of adversity in the last couple of years, as I think everyone has, and I think it's just thinking out of the box and don't get too fussed. I mean, everybody is facing the same crises in the last couple of years, so we just put our heads together, got together with our staff, and you have to get different ideas. You can't just think, okay, this is right and this is what I'm going to do. Judy and I get together and discuss, and then we get together with our staff and we see their ideas. So it's a very open way that we have our management in the restaurant. And I think that's helped us a lot to get through the last couple of years.
We kept coming up with new ideas, how to deal with it, how to get our staff in, and what food we should be having. Is it just getting our delivery orders on time, and basically making sure the supply chain works properly. That kind of thing is what we had to do.
How do you plan on growing your business?
Okay, we've already opened our second outlet, and that's quite a lot to handle, staff-wise, supply chain-wise, ingredients. Things are very much tougher now than it was when we first started with regard to imports, etc. Growing the business, we're actually thinking now whether to go for another outlet or whether to go into a different area. Now we've already got a mobile unit where we can go out for functions, street functions and all, but that virtually stopped the last couple of years, so we had to rethink how to do it, how to use that mobile unit. So now there are a lot of pizza restaurants, a lot of Italian restaurants coming out. So maybe it's time we move into something else, using the brand, but move into something else, another area. We haven't really decided, but the time is right now, I think, to just very cautiously think about another area.
Yeah, with the current crisis, retaining staff, being quality conscious and price conscious, it's, retaining customers, and doing the best you can for them. And as Krishanti says, it's time to diversify, maybe in another area. We haven't still come up with what we want to do, but we've discussed it, but nothing concrete at this stage at the moment.
If you had one piece of advice to someone just starting out, what would it be?
Okay, the restaurant industry, it's really hard. You have no holidays. If you really want to do this properly, you have to forget birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, time with your family, holidays away. So you really have to be committed. You have to have the blessings of your family as well. They need to know that this is what you love to do. It's very, very rewarding, but at the same time, there are a lot of sacrifices in your personal life. You have to have understanding family there, but if this is your passion and you love it and you understand that it's hard work, it looks glamorous, it looks wonderful, wandering around the restaurant talking to customers, but behind that facade is a lot of hard work and a lot of sacrifice. So if you're willing to go that road, go for it. You won't look back.
I'd say it's a commitment, passion, and love what you do. If you don't love what you do, you're not going to progress. So it's loving what you do no matter what, and just pushing through.
What would you like your legacy to be?
Well, I think I would like to be remembered as our brand to be remembered for the quality, and I think the service orientation and the way we run our business. We're very big on quality and giving the customer the very best, and the way we run our business, it's very ethical business. We try our best to do everything in the correct way, look after our staff, and I would like our staff to also remember that, one day if they're no longer working for us, I would love them to remember that working for Rockers, they improve their lives and they improve their families' lives. So that is the kind of legacy I would like to leave behind.
To have done our best to the best of our ability, and as Krishanti says, staff plays a huge role. Our employees, that we've nurtured them, they've given them a better life, and business-wise, that we've run our business ethically and honestly. Honesty and integrity plays a huge part in our lives. So yeah, that would be my legacy.
From the Cubicle.
Maintain a profit margin in your line of business?
Nowadays, it's actually really difficult. The price, as we are an Italian restaurant, so we do bring in imported items which have just absolutely soared in the last maybe 1 year, including we try our best to buy local because we need to bolster up our local economy, but there are certain items obviously which need to be imported. Across the board, local and imported have just gone through the roof, and we have to stay within a pricing where people can still afford to come and eat in our restaurants. So it's really difficult to make a proper profit. But saying that, we try our best. It's not all about money. We're running a business. We need to make a profit for the company. We need to pay our salaries. Saying that, I think we've reached an area where we're just keeping our heads above water, and again we've been extremely lucky. The last 3 years we've been okay. We're very, very blessed, and we know that.
Currently, it's a dilemma keeping up with the constant pricing and changes of, the price changes in ingredients and stuff like that. So yes, it's a huge problem at the moment, but we try our best to keep it affordable and that everybody can dine in or take away at a reasonable price. The profit margins are pretty low compared to before, but that's how it is, and we have to, just adhere to it all.
What differences do you see in each other as business personalities?
Oh, I think that's why we're a success together. I am the one who carries my computer into office. I love, Excel sheets and doing all the little calculations. That's my forte. Judy is very, very talented in the area of the kitchen area, the dishes. She's the one who's the creative designer for all our restaurants. So I think she does the personalized menus for all our guests. They call her to do all their menus, everything that's to do with the creativity is her. I love to do the back office work. So I think that's where we click. I don't interfere in her area, she doesn't interfere in mine, but we both suggest. Always we'll ask each other before we go on to anything new. And I think that's why we make a good team, because we both love our different areas of work in the restaurant, but we also gel well together because we discuss everything with each other and get each other's ideas before we move on to the next stage.
Yeah, Krishanti is Professor Calculus, and we lock heads with pricing because she says, no, it should be this, and I should say, no, it should be that. So that's so she does the number crunching, and I do operations and menu planning, as she said. Yeah, that, and she's calm all the time, and I wouldn't say I'm all that calm. Yeah, that would be our personality traits, I guess.
What advice would you give each other?
Calm down, Judy. Everything will sort itself out, don't worry. It is stressful sometimes, the labor, handling labor is like the most stressful, because it's like, actually, they're wonderful. We have a wonderful team, but with the stresses of, a lot of them want to go abroad, so just as they get trained, then next minute they'll come and say, Madam, I'm going abroad. So, these are the problems we face every day: recruiting, trying to find trained people, training them on the job. So those are the things. Otherwise, we've got a great team working for us. These are the things that stress us out, I think. And then these constant price increases. Judy handles purchasing, so it's actually, to tell you the truth, I can stay calm because back office work, you don't have these turbulent times. She's constantly on the edge because every day she'll walk into work and there's something that's stressing her out. So I think my influence there is helpful to her up to a point, because I'll tell her, now calm down, let's just discuss and see how we can solve this problem. But I think I've got the better end of the stick here, and I do sympathize, but she's really good at what she does, so I don't want to interfere in that.
Yeah, I should chill, I think, much more than I usually do. But it kind of gets to me because I would have half the staff calling me, not Krishanti. And
that's because of the Sinhala factor.
Yes, the Sinhala factor, and then you don't pick up the phone. So, yeah, they'll call me at a drop of a hat, and it's a constant case of Judy being the telephone operator, answering this question and that question, and, can I do it this way, can I do it that way?
That's because you're too kind. I'm much more abrupt with staff. I tell them, don't you know how to handle that problem? She's very motherly. That's the problem.
That's a trait I have. So the advice to Krishanti would be, since she's lived most of her life overseas, she's kind of naive. So I have to spell it out to her and say, this is it. This is how it is. And she needs to be a little more smarter.
How do you define success?
You can't actually, okay, lots of people will say it's rupees and cents and all, but actually I think for us, I think I can speak for both of us, and I think Judy will probably reiterate what I say. Success for me is when I see the people around us, our labor force, their lives being uplifted, our customers enjoying their evenings and enjoying their meals and knowing that they've eaten something that's made with a lot of love and care. Even in the presentation, I mean, Judy goes into the kitchens, makes sure that the plating is perfect before things are sent out. I mean, that attention to detail is what makes us happy. When you see that plate of food coming out, I mean, and the guests, just their eyes light up sometimes, and you think, oh wow, it feels so nice. So that is the success, I think. Money is important, it is, we have to live our lives too, but more than that is that feeling you get from customers and from staff. That's what I think is success for me.
Success would be, to me, being happy in doing what I'm doing day in and day out. Seeing the upliftment of our employees, that's a huge thing for me, and being able to help them, be there for them when they need us, and of course, from where we started to being where we are today, that would be it.
And I think, if I can add one more thing, I think Judy and I, our backgrounds are not hospitality. So I think we've surprised a lot of people in the industry, but they've been also very supportive to us. So not coming from a background of business or hospitality, and to be where we are today, I think it's because both of us are not only thinking of making money here, we're trying to build a business where families can grow from it, as well as the output of giving the absolute best we possibly can. I think that's why we are here today, because we've given our heart and soul to our product and to our employees.
And we are there to help the community, because when we started off at Navala, there was hardly any restaurants back then, and it was a lovely thing to meet up with the neighbors and serve them and get to know them personally. So we've come a long way in that sphere of things, where I think I've grown, I've developed too. I used to be a very, very shy person, and now I'm not. So yeah.
She works the restaurant like a pro.
What do you think about this program?
I think this is an excellent platform. I love this program because you introduce a wide variety of people, and you see the face behind the brands. Normally you only see this brand and you wonder, okay, I wonder who owns it, I wonder what their story is. And this is a lovely way to get out the people behind the brand to the community. And it's nice for other people, and when they see this, they will think, oh wow, we can maybe do something like that too, because they're just normal people on a normal journey, and it's just led them to something beyond what they probably thought they could achieve.
I'd say the same. Giving a platform to lots of people out there who are invisible, and finding, finding their products and putting it out there, meeting them personally, and giving them a voice, I'd say, is what I like about this program.